casarei nunca. Música.
We can. Hey, Yuko, don't forget to mute your...
Que não me casarei nunca. Que delícia!
ZZ of Icon.
Make my pencil disappear, my bitch. You can call me the Joker. Always in your mind, I'm driving your life like I'm a chauffeur. She is on top, he is the alpha. I got a B, but she is not beta. Wait, hold up, does your babe play my back? Cause she got a gun on chest plate. If she come over to the crib, then we gotta go and press play. Got a cup of cream, Sylvester Castle on my king, and I like to cut a checkmate. Louis back check, hit this check. Is she a wolf? Cause fuck her. How they not the moon? Let out my fuel. Tyson, bitch, I'm a typhon. You so plain, you must be a typhon. Bitch got no substance, he must be sold. Why you gonna do? Eat up my girl like she is food. Big bum, me not got no room. Take it out the room. A lot of fit of bars, but some good ones too. Good one. Cover one eye. You can call me Kaneki. Slowly losing my sanity. Gonna kill a human. Probably too soon. Is it too soon? Love you to the fucking moon. Baby. Back. Just been around. Cop of the track. You gonna stop me now. Bitch.
What's up? This one up from Preem's, brother. You got the Hulk Hogan HH, brother. Kettlebells. Let's go. Turn up. Let's get it. Kettlebells. Let's go. Shout out to Joe Rogan podcast. Get me on there on
Jamie,
Spotify,
pull
brother.
up that video. Do that again. Pull that up. That's amazing.
Sean Taylor on the Joe Rogan podcast. What's up? Yo. I looked to the sky with my kettlebell and I saw Joe Rogan in the sky. Yo. JRE podcast. Get me on there. I'll record my podcast while I'm on your podcast. A double podcast. Double, like in and out. Double, backwards. Yo. I'm standing up, dancing. I know Preem's dancing backwards on this one. Yep. Backwards, up the hill, in my Ford.
Pull up that picture of see if
Let's
you
go.
can pull.
Let's get my Ford started.
Jamie, I'm listening to you.
Driving
Put
to
this up
LA.
on the big screen.
From the Bay.
Oh my God.
Joe Rogan
We can pull it up.
coming to the podcast.
Jamie. Pull up
Yep.
that shit up, Jamie.
We're going 55 miles in the slow lane. I'll get there one day. Standing up backwards. I was gonna buckle my shoe, but I got my socks on. Yep. Looking at my computer, it has kettlebells on it. I went to Spotify, saw the Joe Rogan podcast on it, and listening to that right now. Let's go. Sean Taylor, Sean on the podcast. I got a podcast called Sean Miller Podcast, and I record one every month. Let's go. Got a YouTube channel also, and record videos on it. Let's go. I put 2 beats together on this one. Shout out Preem's on that. Let's go. Just gonna buckle my shoes today, but I don't have shoe buckles. I got shoelaces. Shout out to Sean Taylor on this one. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Let's go. Shout out to Sean Taylor on this one.
I'm at the cathedral, praying the dealer. My hands got so evil, paying for sinners. I don't ask for forgiveness, permission either. Suspicion teeming in my cup. I sit before my demons run amok. The steaming hot cup of black coffee done start me. Rock options so costly with posture so palm tree. I'm flossing on y'all out there with scoliosis. Fucking my flow, the demon in the church causing Holy Ghost. And what the fuck you know about this dope we smoking? Catch me with the pit in the backyard. Come check what we solely roasting. Only mostly joking. Suds and bubbly soaking. Buzzing toasties rolling. Comes and catches notions as I push them into the universe. Catch 'em with the tunes and verses that I'm rehearsing in my leftover time. Eating these beats like leftover spice with leftover rhymes. If I'm slept over, fine. I spit them presto divine. Keep y'all pressing rewind. I spit them presto divine. Keep y'all pressing rewind.
How you? You good?
Yo,
Mom good? Your kids good? All that shit good?
yo.
All right, my nigga. We gonna talk.
Yo.
Yo. You see what I told you? That nigga said one word the whole motherfucking time. Miami niggas different, bro.
Perfect.
My daddy said trust no man but your brothers and never leave your day ones in the gutter. My daddy said treat young girls like your mother. My mama said trust no hoe, use a rubber. My daddy said trust no man but your brothers and never leave your day ones in the gutter. My daddy said treat young girls like your mother. My mama said trust no hoe, use a rubber. Perfect. I'ma act 1, 2, stop the track, bring it back. What it do? See, Ricky said never let nobody get the one up on you. If they run up on you, hit them with a 1-2 or a bitch slap. Leave the code to sack, your brother's gonna have your back regardless. And stick with your day one homies that was here before you started. And fear no man but the man above your head. Pray before you go to bed, everything my mama said.
First day knocking, now they hopping. All on the way cause they see me popping. Big large pockets, they start flocking. Here's what I say when they ass keep knocking. First day knocking, now they hopping. All on the way cause they see me popping. Big large pockets, they start flocking. Here's what I say when they ass keep knocking.
My daddy said trust no man but your brothers and never leave your day ones in the gutter. My daddy said treat young girls like your mother. My mama said trust no hoe, use a rubber. My daddy said trust no man but your brothers.
I am ready.
Always ready.
Hey guys, my name is Yuko. I've been Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 2 of Quiet. Okay, hold on. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, it sounds good, man.
All right, perfect. Welcome to day 2 of the Extended Play Server versus Server Festival. Today we've got Ben here emceeing with me. Ben, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, so I'm Ben. I go by Blue Audio. Thought I'd offer to help today, cause yeah, why not? Ben is quiet. Ben is very quiet. Well, shoot. How about this? Can I be louder for you? There we go. You guys, I'll be loud if you want, but dang. But anyway, I'm in here from the We Suck at Producing server.
All right, nice. So did you watch yesterday's stream? What do you think of the competition?
You know what? There's some super strong EPs people are coming out with. I was really impressed yesterday.
Yeah, same. How do you think We Suck at Producing is doing compared to everyone else? Top 1, top 2?
I don't. That would be biased of me to like call it out on stream. Come on, man.
That's what we're here for.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna ask me, it's like, of course it's number 1, but everybody's gonna say it's number 1, right?
Well,
Top 0. I like that, Apollo. Top 0.
are we similar levels now?
I would hope so.
I think so.
Totally unbiased. Top 0. You got it, DJ Underbelly.
All right. So you got anything to add, or should we just go into our first interview?
No, go right into it, man. Folks want to hear the music.
All right. So first up, we've got 820 Crew with their EP Server Wars, and with us we've got Yuko giving the interview. Yuko, how are you doing today?
Yuko, you're still on mute, man. See, this is what we get. We told Yuko to mute. Now,
Now
hey,
I am
he's
so
back.
sorry about that. My dog started barking.
That's a thing that happens in the Corona era, man.
Hey.
Let's get this. Hey guys, my name is Cody. I've been producing music for about 7 months under the name Yuko. And I'm the representative interviewee of 820 Crew, which is Andrew Huang's server for those of you who don't know. DC, please. To be completely honest, I really haven't used the server before this competition, nor do I really watch much of Andrew's content, so I don't know much of what it stands for, or much about the community. But what I can tell you is what I've experienced during this competition. That being a lot of jokes, a lot of friendships being made, and a lot of production theory being passed around, which is just an all-around great time. Regardless, I just hope that you guys enjoy the music.
All right, with that,
there anything else?
Let's get straight into the music, and then we'll have you right back to talk more in depth, yeah?
All right, sounds great.
All right, that was a trip. Ben, what do you think of it? Oh, okay, you can't hear me, can you?
Tracks, man.
Thank you. We worked very hard on them. I'm very proud with how they turned out. I actually led the project on Inversion, which, in my unbiased opinion, was the best one. But
Right.
some people in 820 Crew are gonna give me a hard time because they're fans of Song 3, which is Togetherness.
So you'd say it's like top 0.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's top
Exactly.
0,
It's top,
position
it's top
0.
zero.
Yeah. How
It's a
did you
great way to
guys?
put it.
How did you? So you guys did 4 tracks. How did you
We did
guys?
4 tracks.
Did you break it apart by teams?
Well, the way we tackled the competition was a very inclusive method, for better and for worse. The good part about that is that we had a lot of hands to help and a really diverse skill set to work with. But that also meant that a lot of ideas were being put out there, and they kind of clashed in such a way that a lot of the time it was kind of hard to work efficiently. But I think from what we got from that, it was really a lot about learning what to put where and what works where, and a lot of, oh god, the mixing. uh
So did you guys kind of split up by drops every?
well, the way that I split up, I'll use Inversion as my way to talk about this, is that I had it split up where I just needed someone to make a drop, and then I had a lot of people giving me suggestions on what to do. So when you look on the SoundCloud, it'll be like 2 people, me and another guy who made the drop, and the rest are just kind of suggestions. That's not to say that they didn't offer anything, because if I did not have their suggestions, I wouldn't have been able to make a track even half as good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm incredibly grateful to all of them.
How many folks in your server participated?
Oh goodness, probably about, I want to say it was at least like 8 to 10 just for Inversion, and there were about equal sized groups for each song, so about like 24 people, I want to say.
Dang.
Give or take. So we had a lot of ideas that we had to work with and actually shape into a good EP, and I think honestly we did a great job at that. I'm proud of everyone.
Yeah, I think your EP came together really well.
Yeah. Can I briefly go over the EP and the sort of story it tells?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I'll start with the titles. So Solitude represents how we felt before this competition, especially during these times with the quarantine. The name aptly describes the fact that we can't go out, we can't really interact with each other. And so the sort of theme that was around it was just very well executed. Inversion represents the initial excitement that came when the server battle was announced in each of our respective servers. And that can sort of be seen just, it's pretty high energy, at least in the latter half. And then Togetherness represents the connection that was made from everyone who worked on their song. I did not personally work on Togetherness. However, from what I saw in the drop, every, I think it was beat or like measure, was someone else's, that, and it sounded so diverse and so unique, and I absolutely love what they worked with and sort of the theory. Not the theory, but they meshed it together. together. I can't speak. They meshed it together really, really well. And then Carry On represents that bittersweet ending of the competition. And in short, the story it really tells is just a simple reflection of what the competition meant to us at 820 Crew.
Nice.
Hopefully it mirrored that.
So I've got one last question.
Right.
Chat wants to know what the version 2s for some of the songs were.
Oh, okay. I will answer that question. So the version 2, all that means is that that they were mixed properly. So the one without the V2 just means that that's not the final version, because some of the mixing work changed. In fact, if you actually view it on SoundCloud, I believe it should have like hashtag mixed or something. The V2s.
Cool.
Nice.
You have anything else you want to say to our viewers?
I do have one thing. For new producers like myself, I've only been making music for 7 months. As well as veteran producers, look for competitions like these, and if you can, invest some of your time into them. The amount that you can learn and teach these producers can serve to be incredibly invaluable, as well as you can just make a bunch of friends. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed our EP, and don't fill your mixer with soundgoodizers.
All right. Thank you for coming up here, Yuko. You guys had a great
Thank
EP.
you.
Awesome. Yeah, I can totally I can totally echo that sentiment, man. When you have a competition, it means you got it means you have some limitations, and man, limitations are really great for like spurring your creativity.
Right. It's amazing to see how many people in this competition say they've been producing for like a month or two, and now they've got this huge collaborative EP they've worked with, dozens of people on.
Seriously. Yeah. Like I know a lot of folks have they have suggestions. They're like, maybe we wanted more time, or we wanted more, more tracks, or we had all these ideas and we had to cut out so much good stuff. And sometimes it's frustrating to be in that process. I was in that process with my server, but at the same time, it really like having to make those really tough choices and having to work in like these little constraints, like crap, my song can only be 3 minutes. How do I get everything I want to convey in 3 minutes? It really helps.
For sure. All right, so time for our next EP. We've got New Horizons with their EP, New Horizons. So with us, we've got Leb Raisin, also known as Tom. Tom, how are you doing?
I'm alright, thanks. Yeah, I'm just hooking up.
All right, why don't you introduce yourself in the server?
What, introduce myself, like...
Who are you, man?
Oh, well, I'm Tom. That's already been established. I've been making music for, I started 6 years ago, when I bought my first version of Fruity Loops, which was FL9. But before that, I was messing around with Virtual DJ, and that's how I learned like how songs work, which ones go together. But yeah, I've been making for 6 years. It's been helping me out. It's just been there for me. What else could I say? I'm English born, and I'm from France. I don't know what else you would like to know. I'm not really good on introductions.
That's fine. Why don't you tell us about New Horizons? Just how did that come together? Who are you guys?
Okay. Basically, I've been an admin in so many. I've been an admin. I've been an owner in quite a few servers, and I've noticed that they've all got that thing in common where they all just eventually die out, and it kind of, I don't know, it kind of saddens me. So I thought, well, we need a new concept. We need something that is going to attract people. And I thought, well, everyone's always looking for like new things, and I thought, oh, new horizons. Everyone's looking for new horizons, new things to work with, new projects to work on, new people to meet. So that's when I came up with the concept of New Horizons itself, and so I got together with a few producer friends of mine who have been making music for roughly the same amount of time, and I was like, guys, you wanna try it? Do you think it would work? So yeah, and it took off from there, and that started like a month ago ish, 2 months ago. So yeah, it's not just music related. Obviously, it's anything that anyone can make, whether it's YouTube videos, drawings, art, any art, anything that expresses someone's creativity and something that they can work on with someone else as well. So yeah, that's pretty much New Horizons summed up. Obviously, every server has its ups and downs, but that's just Discord for you, really, isn't it?
That's totally Discord.
Yeah. So,
that's just people, man. It's just like getting people together.
Obviously, every server is. It's not the owners that make the server. It's the people that are in it. Like the owners can be as active, or the owners and admins can be as active as they want, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the server is going to stay alive. It's the people that make the server. I've always gone from that concept. So yeah, that's just Discord for you, really, is it? Like you said, it's the people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So storyteller, should we get this EP on the road?
All right, let's hit it. We have New Horizons EP by New Horizons. Coming right up.
When the world is in your hands and the sun has touched your skin, do you breathe the empty space inside your mind? 'Cause in the darkness you will find me, starlight singing while you're climbing. There's something more for you in the hope that you once knew. 'Cause in the darkness you will find me, starlight singing in the empty. There's nothing more for you now. You know that you are through. Dreams are in your hands and you journey out of your skin. Do you see the empty space that holds your mind? 'Cause in the darkness you will find me, starlight singing while you're climbing. Something more for you in the hope that you once knew. 'Cause in the darkness you will find me, starlight singing in the empty. There's nothing more for you now. You know that you are through.
Dang.
All right.
Dang, guys, that was a good EP. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That metal, man, when Pirates came on, that was like a 180, man. That was straight up like, whoa, what's happening here?
Yeah. We kept trying to decide which one we're gonna put first, so yeah, it was and then we all agreed on the construction of it. So yeah.
So what was the process like for making this EP? First, I guess, how many people did you have on it?
We originally had 10, but we thought, yeah, it's either got to be 10 people that are collaborating or 10 people that are like, I don't know, not collaborating. Then we had to narrow it down because everyone wanted to make their own track. So unfortunately, we had to like sort out which people's genres of music were compatible with others. So it's like a story, not just four songs added together. Obviously for transition and just for the general feel of it. So there was a few rap artists that we had to unfortunately let down, but we are going to make an EP with them rap artists included. It's going to be like an hour-long EP. And so basically from the start, we all like started talking in the chat that we dedicated in the server specifically for the EP. We all got on our own sides and started like making something that we knew we could make, that we knew it's basically we basically expressed ourselves in our own way before like adding it into the EP itself. So obviously there's Netch with the metal track. There is Seth Austin with Pirates. Obviously me with Go, and then to finish off there's Stevie with I forgot the track with I don't remember now. It's
Find Me, yeah.
Sorry.
Find Me.
With the final one, with the
Yeah,
with outro.
Find Me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, that's the one.
Oh.
I can't believe I forgot. So yeah, basically we all started in our own areas of expertise. There were obviously ups and downs with the EP, things that weren't really coinciding, things that really weren't going together. Also, I personally make music. I just make music for fun. I rarely upload. I just do it just like an escape from reality, really, which is anyone else's passion. That's just what they do. So obviously there was a lot of, for me personally, there was a lot of issues with the mix, with the mixing and the mastering, and also with the inspiration as well. And the others that were taking part. So eventually it was cut down to 4, because also when making an EP, some people they lose interest, which is quite sad, but it happens, and that's something that we have to deal with. It's not everyone is willing to continue. But anyway, so for my part, obviously there was the mixing and the mastering. For Seth, it was mainly the inspiration. In the chat, if we were to take all the ideas that we uploaded into the chat, we could probably make another 2 or 3 EPs. Because there was so many ideas. It's just like a way of constructing them and making them more fitting with the song itself, with the EP itself.
Mm-hmm.
Netch, he obviously had the same issues. He had issues with not inspiration, but deciding which one to use. I think that was the main issue: deciding which ones to use, which ones we felt comfortable with, which ones we thought people would actually appreciate more. And Stevie at the end, he nailed it. He obviously had the same issues as us, finding out which ones. And also, because we don't make pop, we don't make commercial style music. It was kind of hard fitting it into the time limit. I think that's something that I think that's an issue that everyone more or less had. It was keeping it in that 3-minute time. I think ours was actually 13 minutes. I don't remember, but yeah, it was. I also made another version of the EP, which is exactly 11 minutes and 49 seconds long. But it kind of killed me to do that because it's taking out vital parts of the song, like things that were repeated, things that were necessary for a build-up, for emotional build-up of feeling.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah,
that's one of the biggest challenges I think we had to. I think a lot of servers had was like, we have this time constraint. How do we get everything in there to like really properly, you know?
The saddest part was at first like telling people that we had to like, I don't know, there was only like 4 people that were allowed to do it, or 6 people if there were 2 collabs, and that's heartbreaking. Telling someone that they can't take part in something. I don't like that. It's just if someone was to do that to me, I don't know how I'd react.
It's definitely I mean, music is always personal, right? When you're making your music, and you know, when you want to contribute something, but someone's like, it's not going to fit, or it's just not going to work. Boy, it's hard not to take it personally.
Or the style itself. Someone's telling you that your style is not worthy. That's how it would feel. I think.
That's how it feels. Yeah, it's not what you're saying, but it's like, ooh, ow.
Yeah, it's that personal. It's almost like a personal attack, but obviously not so much. But yeah.
Storyteller, do you have any other questions?
No, not really. Oh, so if you were to do this EP again, or the competition one more time, how do you change kind of your approach?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear.
Oh, if you were gonna do the competition again one more time.
I think we would. There are obviously times where we weren't working on the project itself, and I think that kind of had like an impact on the final product. But I think it would be spending more time talking with each other, because if you're going to work on something as a collective, it needs to be, I don't know, it needs to be all together. It needs to be, everyone needs to be okay with, like, everyone needs to be on the same page. So yeah, that's I think it would take more time talking with each other about it. So yeah.
Anything else you want to say to the viewers?
Honestly, guys, don't give up music. If it's something you love, don't give up whatever you're creating. If it's something that you love, if it's something that's your true passion, don't give it up, because that's something that you need. If you're doing it, then you need it. So yeah.
And I can echo that 100%. I spent years not doing any music, and it killed me.
Me too. Just like lack of time or lack of resources. It gets you down. So yeah, don't give up. Definitely don't give up.
Thanks to your server for making this awesome EP.
It was our pleasure.
All right. Good luck, Tom, and thank you for the interview.
Right, thanks, guys. It was a great pleasure.
All right.
All right. Peace out, all.
Next up, we've got Producer Gang with their EP Dimensional, and with us we've got Stevie Beats.
Yo, what's up, guys?
So,
Stevie,
how we doing?
Doing okay. We're doing okay.
how you doing, man? And how's your server doing? Are they hyped?
Going crazy right now. I don't know. We felt like we put a lot of time and effort into this, and we're just excited with our final product.
All right.
Nice.
Why don't you introduce yourself and your server?
So my name's Steven, known as Stevie Beats, and I started this server in December of last year, and it was really quiet for a few months. With all this quarantine and everything, around like April is when, because everyone's been home and everything, where our server kind of started to grow, and we got a lot more people. So yeah, that's basically the backstory of our server. But it's mostly just producers, so we don't have many artists in here. But yeah.
Nice. Well, I have questions about that. We'll wait till after we play the EP, though.
All right, let's jump right into it. This is Dimensional by Producer Gang.
Now let's go around the world in 80 ways in space as we capture the international flavor of the Seattle World's Fair in the sky.
Check this out.
How many times you shot that mother? Ain't nobody popped up dead. Thought y'all knew murder. Wait, shoot, Okay.
Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it. Lil' mama a thot, and she got ass, and she gon' fuck up a bag. Pull up to the spot, living too fast, dropping the dope in the stash. In Italy, got too foreign hoes, they deal me. Draw at the top, when it's cold, but you feel the heat. Be real with me, keep it 100, just be real with me. Eat it up like it's a feast, they say the dope on fleek.
Percocet pill on me, ice on my neck, baby, chill with me. The niggas that post in the back don't say nothing, them niggas a kill for me. Back as I count in my sleep, on sleep. Man, I can't spit on that patty for leave. Bitch, I'm a dog in my tree. Hop out the frog and leave. I put the wrist in the fender. My bitch, she walk around like she Chris Jenner. I used to break in the emblem. They take off running like the game of Temple. It's simple, I play with a mental. Mama say she saw me on Jimmy Kimmel. Canada, cause I'm a money symbol. Walking with the rats, I'm looking crippled. Fuck on that bitch, then I temple. A nickel for me to take pictures. Not from LA, but I clip 'em. Double my cup or a triple. Spots on my body, no biblical. I'm not your average or typical. Look at my wrist and it's critical. Hold it up, dropping the temperature. I get that bag on the regular. I got a bag on my cellular. Back in the bag of the vegetables. Bag of them cookies, it's medical. Cocaine, codeine, etc. Cocaine and lean is federal. I take off landing on Nebula. After that's when the M's on my schedule.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it. Lil' mama a thot, and she got ass, and she gon' fuck up a bag. Pull up to the spot, living too fast, dropping the dope in the stash. In Italy, got too foreign hoes, they deal me. Draw at the top, when it's cold, but you feel the heat. Be real with me, keep it 100, just be real with me. Eat it up like it's a feast, they say the dope on fleek. I know that these niggas get sick of me, they chasing my neck cause I'm ill. I don't even like to freestyle for free. I put it in the key and I ride the beat. I don't even come out the house for free. I pay a nigga to drive for me. Jay-Z couldn't even go sign for me. I do what I want cause I'm signed to me. I get the bag. They get the bag, have to cut it in half. Talk to comparing, y'all making me laugh. Need to rehab, I'm addicted to cash. Convertible walk, convertible top. My dope got a vertical, look at that how. Skirt, and then jump out the pot. Came out the jail and went straight to the top. Take it easy, baby. Middle of summer, I'm freezing, baby. Don't leave me, baby. Drop to your knees and please me, baby. I'm fascinated. Two bitches so fine that I masturbated. Congratulations. She brought me so good that I graduated. They had to hate it. I don't fuck with them niggas, they plastic, baby. A trapper, baby. I rap but I own all my masters, baby. It's tragic, baby. I pull up and fuck up the traffic, baby. A savage, baby. I'm killing these niggas, close casket, baby. You get the bag and fumble it. I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it. And she got ass, and she gon' fuck up a bag. Pull up to the spot, living too fast, dropping the dope in the stash. In Italy, got too foreign hoes, they deal me. Draw at the top, when it's cold, but you feel the heat. Be real with me, keep it 100, just be real with me.
Eat it up like it's a feast. Eat it up. They say the dope on fleek.
fucking sorry, Jelly. I keep fucking
Alright, sorry, I got too caught up with the Twitch chat. That was a great EP, Stevie.
That was something, man. That was fire.
Yeah, I guess before I think the producer that produced the song, the producer that produced the second song flipped. I'm pretty sure he came to you and asked that if it was okay if we use acapellas like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think an acapella is explicitly against the rules. As long as you didn't use any, as long as you didn't use the original song and just add a few elements, I think throwing an acapella on top of a beat isn't really DQ worthy.
Yeah. Because again, a lot of these other servers they have artists and rappers and stuff. We have strictly producers. So that's kind of what sets us different from all these other servers.
So that was one of the questions I wanted to ask before, even before the EP. So you've got a server full of producers.
Yeah.
But you need, you guys, I mean, you need content to produce, right?
Mhm.
So like, what is your, just server wise, and not even specifically for the EP, but for the EP too, what do you, how do you guys handle that?
Well, actually, right now, one of my friends, he came to me, and we're in the making of making another server, and we're eventually gonna partner. With my server now, that's gonna be strictly just rappers and stuff, so we'll be able to completely collaborate there. But once in a while, we'll have a rapper that comes in and will ask for a beat, and we're glad to send them some stuff. But it's hard, but I don't know. I like how we're only producers because it's really in depth and we get to answer each other's questions and everything. But yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I think I know of about 15 or so servers where you guys can find some talented musicians
Yeah.
and artists and folks who might be willing to work with you now, man.
Sweet.
So, how many people were on the project all told?
There was 2 people on Plexus, 1 person on Flipped, and 1 person on Hellsent. And at the end, I went in and I did like a final mix because it's all one track with all transitions, but yeah, about like 6 people, 5 people.
Okay. So what was the process like? Did you guys just throw beats and what stuck, or?
A lot of people in the server were sending me stuff, and we were kind of filtering through. But I felt like because we had some EDM tracks, we had some boom bap, we had everything. So but I felt like these kind of transitioned well and had a good definitive start and end. But yeah, that's basically it.
Nice. So, I mean, you guys are producing. Do you have folks in your server who are like, how did you take care of things like mixing? Who made the final mix, figuring out like how you were going to master so all the tracks, like how did you guys handle that sort of deal?
At first we thought we would have one mixer at the end to mix each track individually. But we felt we wanted everyone's styles to be with their own songs, so you could tell each song has different styles, but they kind of fit a little bit. So yeah, everyone mixed their track individually, and at the end, I glued everything together.
Nice. Do you guys have like a standard set of software everybody's using, or like something that's super common?
Actually, we have in the server we have like a roll picker where you could like click on the little emote, and right now we actually have 704 people that use FL, and then there's 87 Logic users and 115 Ableton users. So it's mostly, it's primarily FL Studio. Just everyone's using.
Nice. How big is your server?
We have 711 people right now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it's straight up all producers.
Yeah.
Nice. So storyteller, I know you got a question.
Do I? Yeah. So, how do you guys change next time? I know you guys are all producers.
We definitely want to get some rappers and artists on our beats next time, but I wish we started earlier. We kind of started late. I wish we had more time to really pick and go in. But overall, I'm excited if we do this again, and feel like we'll have a better hit next time.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add? To the viewers?
I think that's really it. Just good luck to everyone else out there, and I really enjoyed this. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
So yeah, a lot of discussion about that acapella. Up next we've got.
That seems to be a big stir for folks.
For sure.
But you know, like with stuff like this, when it's your first time around, you know, there's always questions. There's always stuff you don't really think about, or like doesn't even come to mind until, you know, someone asks or it happens, or that's just part of the process.
Right. All right. So next up we've got my server, Artistry, and giving the interview is D'Angelo Benjamin, aka Loafboy.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
Hey,
thanks for letting me do the interview. This is awesome. Yeah, I really enjoyed everybody's music that I've heard so far. This has been really awesome.
Yeah, I got to agree. This has been super. Like, there is so much talent out there, and it's in places you didn't even know existed.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a great way to get some recognition. And I mean, honestly, we're just getting recognition around our own communities, but you know, that's gonna branch out for every one person that they know, and they know another two, and it's exponential.
Nice. So, storyteller, did you have some specific questions for Loafboy, or did you want me to take a non-biased external observer view?
Yeah. How about you handle this interview? And
yeah, man. So I mean, there's Artistry, and you should tell us a little bit about Artistry and what it is. Obviously, you're the patrons of this stream. We're on the official Artistry Twitch channel, which is I think brand new. But
it is, yeah.
Where did this where did this challenge come from? Like, I'm on my server, and one of my server leads comes out and he's like, "Hey guys, so there's this challenge with like all these other servers, and there's these people you heard of." And you're like, "What? Where did this come from?"
It's crazy. Yeah, it's so interesting to hear how other people found out about it. So for a while, Artistry has been doing like a weekly, maybe monthly challenge called Harmony Wars, where we would team up and create a song, and then we would battle it out and see who won. And the first Harmony Wars we did, we had like 2 teams of like 3 or 4 people, and it was just so much fun. We just kept it going. And there was really no winner in the first Harmony Wars. Like, there wasn't enough people to even vote in the audience. So we just all had a role in our server that said Harmony Wars 1 champion. But we just kept it going, and I think we made it to like 5 or something before we came up with the idea of server versus server. I don't know, storyteller, did you come up with the idea? Because I mean, you're the person that's been doing this.
So,
you've been organizing everything.
Yeah, I think Mal came up with the idea of reaching out to other servers, and I just took it and rolled with it. I kind of talked about this yesterday, but I expected like 4 servers, and now we're up to 16. So.
Wow. Yeah, it was honestly incredible. The turnout is so cool, and just like you said, seeing all the talent, or like Blue Audio said, seeing all the talents, it's just in corners that we never would have seen it. It's just been really awesome. So that's where the idea came from.
What really gets me is that I mean, obviously some of this is skewed by some of the really big servers, but like this particular challenge kind of reached, with all these servers, kind of reached out to like I don't know, something along probably 60,000 people, and you're like, holy crap, there's like 60,000 other producers and musicians and artists and engineers and all this like just out there, doing a thing and having some fun.
Absolutely, yeah. I couldn't agree more. It's just kind of mind-boggling to think about how many people are not even just doing it by themselves, but are grouping up into communities and small communities that wouldn't otherwise maybe had the chance to communicate and to hear each other's music.
Yeah, I think that's it's really, that to me is kind of mind blowing because in one way it's like, like our grandparents used to, they'd start a band in the garage, and maybe not our grandparents, maybe our parents, I don't know, but like, and
Grandparents too, yeah, yeah. Rock and roll.
your little sphere of like people you could possibly ever think to like do music with, that might be like a few dozen,
Right, literally, yeah. It's like your friends that happen to play music.
maybe 100 or so other musicians. But now it's like, shoot, just on one server, I think Kenny Beats has over 40,000
Oh yeah, and
people
it's
on
just
it.
it's so cool to think too that like you were saying in past generations, you just didn't have the gear. Like if
Right.
you owned an instrument, that was like cool. That was actually kind of crazy.
Oh, you
Like
have a guitar? Whoa, man.
yeah, exactly. You had to know a guitar store. You had to live close to one. But like nowadays, fucking international shipping and everything else. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to curse, but it's really amazing what a time we live in. And I mean, most of it can be done in the box too. You can do it on a computer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I know pretty much all of these servers have a collab channel, right? And I see constantly people throw in and they're just like, hey, so this is me. This is some stuff I've done. This is what I'm looking for. And, you could be like, hey, I want to make some, I want to produce some K-pop.
Mhm.
And, someone, if they don't have, like, if they aren't, a K-pop singer, they'll know somebody they can hook you up with, or they'll know,
Yeah.
like, who you need to talk to. And that's insane when you think about
Yeah,
it.
more and more connections. It's really, yeah.
And I think the pandemic that we find ourselves in, boy, that like the timing for this challenge could not have been better. I know a
Yeah,
lot of people were
storyteller, did
like,
that play a role in it? Knowing that most of the world is locked up and can't go out, that doing online collaboration.
Yeah,
I know
thanks.
a bunch of people have just been like, dude, this was the perfect time for me. Like I was just sitting at home, I had nothing to do, and then this challenge came along, and it was like I had something to do again. And I
Yeah,
felt that way too. Like
that's awesome.
I'm furloughed at home. I'm
Yeah,
stuck. I was
same.
writing some stuff for myself, but like this challenge came along, and my server had about like a week and a half with like what we were
Mhm.
announced and some other events, and I was like, you know what? I'm at home. I have nowhere to be. I can't even go out except to like the grocery store. So like I'll put a whole bunch of energy into this, and it was, boy, the timing could not have been better, man.
It's just so cool to hear that. I want to say that Harmony Wars kind of got its start from, the Corona times, from quarantine vibes, because I think the first Harmony Wars was like right when the notices got hit in the U.S. for we're shutting down most states, non-essential businesses are shutting down. It might have been maybe like the first Harmony Wars was right before that, and then the second Harmony Wars gained traction because of that. But maybe Storyteller remembers that a little better than I do because it was end of February, beginning of March is about the timeline for Harmony Wars.
Yeah,
God, it seems like forever ago now, right?
Yeah.
So, Storyteller, anything you want to add in before we throw in the Artistry EP?
Not really. Let's get
Not
into
really
it.
get to Artistry's music. No.
There you go.
Nice.
right.
Well, let's fire it up. We'll talk some more after.
All right, sure.
You're always living for. Your love, you'll keep forevermore. You're his first, his last, his everything.
There was a lost soul about to lose. Got pulled from the rough and into you. Finding a place where we can stay. For a while, let's just hide away.
You were pearl in the dirt, picked up and
last chance. Romance for love.
Nah, bro. Yo, I'm talking about bullshit. Yo, bullshit. Yeah. Y'all some ignorant type shit. For real. Some ignorant type shit, bro. Oh my God. I wish I was in that type beat, yo. Sushi, Louis, got it made. I've been lonely, I don't wait. Speed, limit, entertaining, switching lanes and I've been flaming. Medication, meditating in the whip. I don't touch pavement. Cruising, let's go, bust down, steaming. Pull up, detour, pull up, lane. Flexing in an accident and everybody hating. They pressing cause they adamant. Ain't nothing finna change me. Ain't nobody asked for this, but who out here gon' save me? I'm moving way too fast for this. We out here graduating. Got back from the last release with a bust down in a million. Shining with my dime piece and my slimes will be brilliant. Got something to say to me, I don't care cause I ain't feeling it. I'm doing all this shit for me cause I know I'll be killing it.
Women love me, bitches hate me. Drowning in these pills, don't save me. I'm already fresh, I'm doing the most and I'm making a mess. I like the boast and I like the flex and what I possess is a
Couple of girls I love to undress.
Spazzing out, no doubt. I don't fuck with you, no amount. I'm not chasing no clout. I'm a grown man, but I understand I'm about my grands. I don't do no show for no less than a couple bands. And women love me, bitches hate me.
Brother, life's a bitch. She's back in heat.
Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we can fly, cause you never know when you're gonna go.
Touch from you, craving your tasty sugar. Wish you knew life's so sweet, life. But when I'm with you, I am complete.
Talk dirty to me, baby. Tell me I'm milder than rabies. My lady know I'm crazy, but stick with me on the daily. With me when I wasn't shit. Plus, she the type of chick you wanna cross off the fucking bucket list. Gotta get it by any means. Find her with a blunt and an oversized tee with some skinny jeans. Woke up to a view. Woke up to a view. Woke up to a view when I'm waking up to you, yeah. And I know, she my weakness though, so I wrote this is a memo, so she can spit it like Emo in the studio. Furthest from the groupie hoe, who would know she fuck like a porn star. Black windows on the limo, never bimbo. Matter of fact, she my ditto, different zero. Got her on De Niro, don't be fucking heroes. On a Harley Quinn, guess why she feeling the weirdo like.
Softness in your sides, fingers on your thighs, fiending for a drink, a taste up on the stream, gushing to a brink. Plus you need to be vibing, let it be. I seek to imbibe all your entities, shudder and breathe. Soft kiss turn to passion, spit trail for laughter, dark skin and magic. Stain sheets and laughter, repeat my name thrice and sweet things may happen. Gripping your phone, tipping your mind, indulging my eye, simply the norm. My hand, your neck, your back, my palm. Entrance myself as you grind with them hips. Climb the summit to the zenith with the moonlight lit. When we die, life's a bitch and then we die, so wide. So we fly to the moon, fly to the stars. And you want going up like Otis, open up like a lotus. Do away with the coins, I'm feeling like POTUS. It ain't flowering roses, you need Benzes and Rose. I don't care who you been with, all I care is you been here since. All the songs just noise, just ink on the paper. I love you grinning your poise, love that I'm bringing in paper. But you left me with nothing, you never leave me with nothing. Cause as long as I have you, no, I never have nothing. For our love, we keep burning forever, ever. We love it, even when we not talking or touching. I know that we make it through this, girl. I know that life's a bitch, know you wanna make this real 3 kids and shit. But we gotta give it time before we get that. Look into a past backtrack. I was just a kid with some tapes and a backpack. With the chip on the shoulder, you look past that. Oh, am I glad that we met? Life's a bitch, but I guess that we were just meant to be, huh?
I love you. I'm not even embarrassed to say it. I love you.
You got us held back, or is it withdrawal? I never felt like I could control whiskey, broken bottles, all the pills, and making mental. There it goes, dusting the wind with my soul. Out of nowhere, love I found. Words are vague, just look behind you. I'm getting cold
All right, that was.
Well, damn.
Thank you, thank you.
That was a good EP, man.
We appreciate it. We think so.
Now, I gotta call out Storyteller. What the heck, man?
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking to us and you're doing your interviews here on the stream, and you're kind of
Meanwhile,
you're kind of like soft spoken. You're just this nice guy. But then that last verse, man.
Yeah. Comes out of me somehow.
Dude.
Huh?
So, how'd you guys go about making this EP for yourselves? Like, so this is obvious. Like, you've been doing Harmony Wars,
yeah,
and that's really cool. But then you invent this new thing, and it's about like, how do we get the whole server in? How many people did you have participating
man.
from your server, and how'd you guys break up the tracks and figure out how to do it?
We had everybody from past Harmony Wars minus maybe a couple, so maybe like a dozen or so, maybe a little bit more, like 15, 16. And we made an additional server, and then made an announcement in Artistry and said, hey, come join the server if you want to participate in server v server, but if you don't participate now, you can't. Like, we're not doing this retroactively, you just gotta join now. And then we had a bunch of different rooms within the server for different projects, and we just kind of left it up to us to decide who's going to be an artist on what, who's going to write lyrics on this, and etc. And so it took a while to develop, I'll be honest. For a while, we just kind of had like some empty rooms and like, maybe one quote unquote completed project in the channel. But once we started getting maybe like, I want to say like a couple weeks away from the deadline, we kind of realized like, okay, there's a lot of other servers. We're gonna have steep competition. Like, we've got so many servers on up against us. So let's start taking this seriously. This isn't just Harmony Wars episode 5.
Right,
And
right.
once we started taking it seriously, yeah, we kind of went off into our own groups. We claimed a chat channel, and we'd post some stems, or we'd post an idea that we had, and then somebody else would hop on it. So we actually ended up doing a lot of collaboration between artists and lyricists between the songs. So, like for instance, I mixed the third track, I think, right? The third track's "Life's a Bitch." I mixed that one, and I played the Rhodes on it, but that's all I did. And then for the last track, I sang on it, the vocals, but that's all I did. And for the first track, I played the guitar and the percussion, and I mixed the vocals in, but that's all I did. So it was a lot of collaboration going on between the things.
Nice. But I'll ask storytellers question for every server. What would you guys do differently if you were going to participate again? Are you guys gonna do this again? Are you thinking like making it a regular thing?
Yeah, we are. Absolutely. We're talking about it. We're talking about getting a regular occurrence. I won't tell you any more details than yes, we are definitely thinking about doing it again, and it's pretty much confirmed that we're going to do this again.
Yeah.
I think a lot of servers enjoyed it then, and would look forward to that.
Oh, and I'll let Storyteller answer what would we do differently, because I mean, Storyteller was really the pioneer behind this.
So in terms of just within our server, I think it worked pretty well because we're just so diverse in the server. Really, we just had to let it go free form, or else it just wouldn't work. I think the only one thing I changed is maybe would start earlier, because the entire EP kind of came together like last week. The mastering was done like maybe 2 hours before the deadline. Shout out Nori.
Oh my gosh, don't even talk about the mastering.
But yeah, somehow we pulled it off. Yeah.
You had weeks to go, but mastering always slides right in under the deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree. If we were to do something over again, it would be take the deadline more seriously. It is a deadline.
Yeah, that's always a tough one. And I mean, especially when you have like different genres like you guys had on this. Like you had a folk song on there, you had like a rock song, you had some like what was the like how did you guys kind of think about how to fit all of that together into like a single EP?
Well, I guess the big overarching idea was theme, because going into this, we knew, from Harmony Wars that we're all very diverse. We do completely different things. Like I don't make metal at all, but we have a couple people that make metal, and somebody else that makes like hardcore EDM, and it's very diverse. So it was the lyric theme was how we went to it. And Storytell, do you remember who came up with the idea for our theme?
I think it was kind of a group consensus. We looked at where tracks were kind of heading, and we kind of settled on the theme of like love. Lo, if you want to explain that more.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so we settled on the theme of love, and more specifically the different ideas that the Greeks had on love. So the different stages of love, the different types of love. I have a cheat sheet somewhere with me, if I can pull it up, but it's probably been buried under a chat in Discord. So yeah, if you guys want to do more research about the Greek idea of love, or just listen to the EP again and try and guess which tracks are the different types of love, and then in mastering, we just put in those little voiceovers to kind of make it seem like it was more coherent than it really is, because let's be honest, there are a lot of genres.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's something we had to contend with in our server, and yeah, it's definitely like icing on the challenge cake to have this challenge of like different genres that you have to somehow fit together.
Yeah, it's definitely a thought we had, but I mean, we kind of knew that no matter what we did, they weren't gonna fit together. Like even if we had one person mix them, or if we had one person master them, which we did eventually have one person master them, they still just weren't gonna be super cohesive. That's just not how we function. Um, so it was more of a lyrical and theming idea rather than musical.
Nice. Well, shoot. I know we could probably go on for hours, but we got more
Yeah.
EPs to listen to.
Absolutely, yeah. Let other people take the stage, please. I'm so excited to hear other people's music. Like as fun as it is talking about my music, no, let other people take the spotlight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, on behalf of like the other servers and stuff, you guys, thanks for your EP because it's really good.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that. But then also thanks for this challenge, because this has been really cool. Like a lot of servers have said, this has been something that's kind of, we were all in kind of a crummy place. We're all stuck at
Yeah.
home, and now suddenly we have like this thing that we can really put some
It's-
energy into.
Oh my gosh, it's just so awesome to hear that. It really is. Thank you for participating, and on behalf of all the servers, regarding all the servers, thank you for participating.
Yeah. All right, storyteller, it's all you.
All right. Thanks, Love Boy. So sadly, our next interviewer is missing. So we're gonna jump right into Bad Influences EP entitled BL_01. And
Where should I start, little nigga? I'ma make you fall apart, little nigga. You rap on this trash in your butt, little nigga. You better smash and suck, little nigga. I'ma let you run amok, little nigga. And everybody like circle, little nigga. I really want respect, little nigga. What you need now, huh, little nigga? Yeah, bitch, you like rock, you dance inside. You still let the sticks to rocks. You gotta rotate or watch. You are the worst, so you gotta get your block. Niggas, you need to go eat. Your beans, your paper, so like a dream. I'm sucking that paper, you say you need cookies and cream. So stop taking me to scream. I'm on a round, take your ass like I'm Sonic. Hold on, little bro, you speaking in volumes. Now when you mic, but you don't know your phonics. I'm in this bitch and I'm darker than armor. Man, she won't magic, you might just get burned. I'm on this bitch and it's about to get learned. If it real was, you was gonna get turned. Skip all birds. Did you see that your boy was a bird? Said that she was dead. I heard you went to bed, but that's what you said. bubbles. I'm blowing endless like the bubbles. Everyone gets a bubbles. I am my cars like little and trust me, I know how to shuffle. Where should I start, little nigga? I'ma make you fall apart, little nigga. You rapping is trash in your butt, little nigga. You better smash and you suck, little nigga. Where should I start, little nigga? Me and Mystic pull up on your rock, and you know we aiming at your heart, little nigga. That's why you scared of the dark, little nigga.
Hell yeah. That was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone from Bad Influence is in chat, but nice job, guys. That was really cool.
Yeah. Sadly, Zords couldn't make it. Yeah, I'm sorry. So we're gonna head to We Suck at Producing.
Well, shoot. And Bean and Exit, are you guys here?
Hello. Yes, we are.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep, we
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you
Loud and
great.
clear.
I guess this is a point where I say, so obviously I'm Ben. I've been with you guys for the whole stream, but We Suck at Producing is my home server. Home server? I guess that's a home server. Bunch of the servers now, but yeah. So just trying not to be biased, not to add any favoritism, anything like that. So Storyteller, what do you got to ask for? Ask him.
Yeah, so Bean and Exit K, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Okay, do you want to go first, Bean?
Sure. I'm essentially the head admin of the server, and I sort of organized our efforts towards this competition.
Yeah. And I'm Exit K, also known as Kieran. I produce on the server. I just kind of like mainly hip hop, kind of like some electronic stuff. But I was director for one of the songs on this EP, and just general community member. Yeah.
I suppose I should add, I'm nobody on the server. I'm just a guy. But I did work on the EP. I did some writing and production and mixing and some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
I appreciate the input on the EP. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. Do you want to go first, Bean, about maybe trying to describe the server a bit? I mean, you have been.
Well, I'm waiting for the questions to be asked.
Okay, yeah, sure thing. I mean.
Well, yeah. So you guys kind of jumped the gun. So
Yes.
yeah. Who are? Oh, could you explain a bit about your server? I know you guys are a YouTube server, right?
So initially our server sort of built around. You may have seen the You Suck at Producing YouTube channel. So that's it's run by a guy called Underbelly, and it provides sort of general tutorials for music production. But that's within Ableton, which is kind of unique. There seems to be more FL, so we've got a lot of Ableton users in our audience, and he also does weekly streams where he gives feedback to people who submit tracks through the Discord.
Yeah. That's the main gist of the server.
But not to I'm getting a little bit of echo from somewhere. Hang on. Although that's might seem like the
Hold on, Bean, your echo's getting worse.
Yeah, my echo is coming from Ben, I think.
Is it? Well, I'll mute.
Yep.
We'll see if it goes away.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry, it was just making it quite hard to speak because I could hear myself. Yeah, so on the surface, yeah, it's just Underbelly server, but it's almost grown into its own weird organism. It's full of lots of very driven people, and we've done lots of stuff beyond that. We've got all kinds of people from all over the world. Don't be fooled by me and Exit both being from Bailey, the same part of the UK. We have people from all over. We like to think it's very community focused, and if I was to sum it up, it's the point that it's we suck at producing. You drop your ego at the door. Everyone's there to improve, so it's all about just talking about production and helping each other and giving feedback and so on.
I gotta say, so I've been on the server for, I don't know, a few months now, maybe, Bean, and I gotta say, it's definitely, like, folks definitely drop the ego. You know, it tries intentionally to not be toxic, and it's got some of the best feedback I've seen from, you know, servers, and you see folks on YouTube and other Twitch channels and stuff trying to do feedback. This is probably some of the best because it's this community feedback, and people try and keep it real constructive and real positive.
Yeah, it's definitely a very community focused, especially in terms of the feedback. We do actually have that's one of the merits of the server is our meticulously moderated feedback channel. We call it roast before post because that's the idea. You leave a roast before you post your track. And if you can leave in-depth feedback before you do that, obviously, if you feel like jumping into the server, thoroughly read the rules and the roast rules beforehand, you know. But yeah, it's a great environment, and it really helped me as a producer along the way.
And then we got Feedback Friday. We should touch on that real quick.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you want to take off with that, Bean. You know.
Yeah, I feel like the extent of sounding like some kind of weird ad roll. It's honestly, again, it's community focused. We're all about improving, helping each other improve. Everyone is there. People at all skill levels are there to improve, to grow as producers and as artists. One of the ways that we can do that, and I've noticed lots of other places do this as well, but ours is completely open. Every Friday at 9 p.m. BST at the moment, which is British summertime, we all hop into the voice chat, queue up our tracks, and give constructive criticism to each other as a group. Anybody can contribute, and it's great because you can just get a load of opinions and a load of really actionable feedback on your music just by hopping in. And that's, you know, it's a bit more chilled out than our deliberate channel that we have for it, with which, as we said, is super strict so that everyone can get the best out of it. This one's more chill. Anybody that wants to give feedback can. You don't have to get feedback from other people, and it's just a great event that loads of people enjoy. On Sundays we do we haven't done it tonight, but usually we do something a lot more chilled out, where we all just hop into the chat and our own tracks, and we call it Self Plug Sunday. And there's still like random feedback there sometimes, but it's not as enforced.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of just like a reflection on how much the server wants to help people out and stuff. The fact that we do just, especially in like the self-plugging things, we just kind of like, you know, active encouragement for everyone on all sides.
You want to be better at what you do? Come join us. We want to help.
All right,
Yes.
guys. We'll get to the bulk of the EP in a second. But right now, let's take a listen. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure thing.
Yep.
loves this drama. Someone that's just made me wanna dance the night away my pajamas. Just another hot summer night. Fucked up underneath the lights. Sit asleep, I eat the next hour. Seen this goofy ass fish face twice. I said yes, see it tomorrow.
Hey, goddamn, baby. That got me losing my mind, baby. You the one I try to find, baby. Wanna take the time to be one part time. Spend a lot of time with the guy. I love doing overtime. Call me up, middle of the night. Wanna be a partner, ain't crying. Bear about your life, we're running out of time.
It's time you looked away from the mama. Cinderella loves this drama. Someone that's just made me wanna dance the night away in my pajamas.
Your red dress in the blue light got me feel like it's a good night. Got me pressing, got me stressing, make your guy say yes, sir.
It's time you looked away from the mama. Cinderella loves this drama. Someone that's just made me wanna dance the night away in my pajamas.
I'm losing my patience. This world grows so cold to me. Green fades to yellow. And though it is meant to be, must we fall like autumn leaves? Seasons change. This much I know is true.
There we go.
All right, that was a great EP, guys. So many different genres. How do you guys pull this together? Well, first of all, how many people worked on this EP?
Well, we're a pretty big server. Oh, I'm getting the thing again. Hang on.
Yeah, there's some echo there.
We're a pretty big server, especially compared to some of the other ones here. Like, we're not quite as big as, say, Kenny Beats' server, but we're pretty sizable. In terms of people who collaborated on this, about just over 100 people signed up, registering their interest to have a look at what was going on. For each track, it was at minimum probably about 10 people per each track. So I think it was, just above 10 people for the first 3, spring, summer, and autumn. And then for winter, it was about 20, because that had a lot of scope for putting in more ideas.
So like 50 people on one EP in 12 minutes.
Wow.
It was actually a really interesting challenge to try and fit that many ideas into one project, really. But hey ho, I'm glad it worked out in the long run.
So how do you guys organize each of the tracks? I heard something like directors.
So that was interesting. So the first I heard of this, I really wanted it to be completely communities, but we like our whole thing is it's always community first. So I wanted the opportunity for anybody who wanted to be involved, and for it to be a collaborative process, not just be that lots of people submit different tracks or only a small group makes the tracks on the entire thing. But so in terms of how we organized it, one of the things about a server, as I said, we're all here to improve. In terms of genre, you just get a ton of variety. It's super diverse. So the first thing I did was go, okay, 3 to 5 tracks in 12 minutes. How about, instead of trying to make it sound cohesive, how about make it cohesive in concept or in theming? So then my brain went, 4 tracks, 4 seasons, 4 elements, whatever. We had a bit of a vote, and people seemed to really like the idea of 4 seasons. And so then we went, okay, so 4 tracks, 1 for each season, and they're each under 3 minutes. So then we don't go above that 12-minute limit. And then in terms of organizing it, this is where it got interesting. So I went to get this done within 12 days, because we came in quite late with only about like 13 or 12 days to go, and I wanted to work in some contingency as well. Yeah. So I went, okay, these things need some direction. So we asked people to volunteer as directors who would sort of guide the tracks, keep communication going, because that was a really big thing. Was that, I mean, it's just like management, but it's keeping everyone updated and just communicating about the track. Most of the people that are directors were also handling the arrangement of the entire thing and slotting everything together. And yeah, those are super important. So shout out to all of our directors. Exit was one on Winter. I can't speak for all of them, but a lot of them, they started pretty organically. You'd have people... we found the theme was amazing for getting the ball rolling, getting people inspired, and getting people having a cohesive vision, at least just for a track. Because people go, "Ooh, what sounds like summer to me? Ooh, I think it sounds like this, and da-da-da. Oh, this, it reminds you of this song, and da-da-da, and we should do this."
Really, once you announced that, you know, people had chosen to do seasons, like the ideas just started rolling in. Like people would just throw in little ideas and little things, and they just started getting stitched together into like these little proto tracks.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And as well, once we set up on the idea, and again, it's all Bean, I'm pretty sure, that does all the channel naming and all that stuff, but set up separate channels for each track, and, you know, just like brainstorm things, contributions in terms of like samples and ideas and things, and everyone just collaborated around it like very quickly. It was really interesting to see how everyone kind of pulled it out.
So
Oh, sorry, go on.
yeah, Exit. You
Oh
were.
no, I was gonna say I don't know how it worked. So I worked on spring. I don't know how summer, autumn, and winter did this, but I think it was similar where it kind of evolved to like one or two people ended up being like the caretakers of everybody's clips and everybody's like suggestions, and then we would just literally kind of jam them all together and throw the test track, so to speak, up on like a Google Drive somewhere, and everyone would listen and be like, oh, okay, I like this, or I don't, that doesn't work, or whatever, or I think this would be better if it were that way,
or I'd like to add this, or so on.
Yeah, definitely. On our track, we definitely went through quite a few iterations, changing it from like minor to from major to minor and all that kind of stuff. Collaborating with the group on that idea and things. With ours as well, we kind of like we were very specific about assigning tasks to dates and things, being very on the ball in terms of like the time frame, because it was so short. It actually kind of like obviously it was very much a challenge to try and get something done in less than 2 weeks. Really, it was very much a challenge for me, and especially a very unique challenge anyway, having that many people on it. And yeah, we kind of like wanted to delegate a lot of things to different people. So on ours, we had like multiple people handling like a mix down, multiple people handling masters and stuff, and then having like group votes on those things. So it was very much, from my perspective anyway, like a very collaborative effort.
So in terms of mastering,
lots of people.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just kind of see, because again, we had like 2 or 3 days of the left at the end of it, and we were kind of thinking we don't want to leave it to just like one option. It'll probably be a good idea to have some things to pick from. But again, that was just kind of our process. All of the different groups had like a different kind of process for their
Yeah,
track.
absolutely.
And it was definitely kind of like up to the directors to direct the songs, really. But still, though,
you
at
had
least 10 people on a track, really, something like that.
It's pretty insane. Yeah, Storyteller, you had a question about mastering?
Yeah, so regarding the mastering, did you guys have one cohesive person, or did one person master everything, or how do you get that
So
cohesiveness?
that's a bit of an interesting one. So essentially, they were all mixed by different people. And I know specifically Winter had several different mix downs from several different people. Winter was a machine. They were crazy. The Winter group were crazy.
Everyone pulled in. Everyone.
yeah.
It wasn't just me. I don't want to take the credit. Everyone kind of just. But yeah, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, there were a bunch of mix downs to choose from there. And for all of the tracks except Winter, well, for all of the tracks, you then went, okay, well, none of us are mastering engineers, and we've only got so much time. What are we going to use? Oh, one of us has a Lander subscription. Shout out to, I think it's Demigod Q, who had the Lander subscription. So then they ran it through Lander, and then Winter, I believe Dave did the master on Winter.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we did actually try the Lander thing, but again, I think Lander, it probably wants a bit more of like a cohesive mix, I guess. Ours was a little bit I don't want to say experimental, but some of the levels, like when we tried it with Lander anyway, it just didn't come out right. It was very quiet. I think it was kind of above like, Luft's target or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Not go too much into detail, but
so yeah, mostly Lander, and then for Winter, which was a thing of its own. Dave, shout out to Dave or Davz. He has an album out that I feel obligated to mention.
Yes,
but yeah, he mastered Winter.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else to say to viewers?
Well,
do you want to go first or?
Yeah. So. Yeah,
join
us. Yeah, just as a thing, in terms of some things that we were thinking about was, although the short time frame was super difficult and trying to get the contributions of so many people into 12 minutes was really hard. And obviously we had to cut a load of stuff. There does exist, I'm pretty sure there is a version of Autumn which is just a sax over the whole thing instead of vocals, for example, which I definitely want to hear at some point. And I'd say some things you noticed were having that short time frame of making it was good. And from what we've heard about the other servers, it was sort of the same as well, is that having it in such a short time where we went, oh no, we've got 12 days, that really motivated us to just get going and get stuff done.
Like
And
we very much stuck to a time frame. We made a time frame, and it's the first time I've ever really worked like that, though. Planning out a track and sticking to a time frame.
Yeah, and
haste is real.
one idea we had about the whole thing was maybe for one of these in the future, having some sort of theming could be cool, because that's also something that, again, really drove the EP, was going, oh, what does each season sound like? And it really gave it a sense of unity.
It's
Also,
another one of those constraints that really kind of forces you to be creative.
So I'd also like to sort of shout out to Plasmic, who did the art. If one thing that we slightly struggled with was we were so busy organizing the music, we didn't organize the art quite as meticulously. But in the last few days, when we had that space of contingency, because we'd worked so fast, we could work out the art a bit, and Plasmic really came through. He's recently been featured in Electronic Gems. I feel like I should shout him out as well.
And I know we could probably go on for a while.
Yeah.
Did you have anything else for us, Storyteller?
No, I think that's it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the great EP.
This was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much. I really appreciate
it.
it.
Really took our server to the next level. It was crazy seeing like just how it changed the whole thing. So thanks.
Definitely.
All right, glad to have you guys here. Oh, sorry, you were saying something?
Oh, I was just going to say, join YSAP if you want to. If you want to be a part of the supportive community of producers.
All right.
Brilliant.
So we're gonna go ahead to our next EP. Unfortunately, the music room interviewee is also missing in action. So we're gonna go to the EP and hope they show up.
Nice.
Okay. And okay, so that was Force Natura by the Music Room. Very, very unique EP, yeah?
Yeah, that was you know what? I applaud kind of jumping into the contest knowing that you're probably the only like classically inspired um server in the competition and
Mhm.
just owning it anyway. I would love to get my hands on these tracks and like uh I would love to work on these. It's really good.
For sure. I think they mentioned they finished this, or they submitted this literally 11:59, the day of the deadline. So
wow.
For how quickly they pulled this together, it was a really good effort.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I someone pointed out in chat like it's got a ton of potential. you know, if they have more time and some resources, I think it could be pretty slick.
For sure. So I think we're waiting for our next interviewees. And our last EP of the day.
Indeed. And our last one is I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce it C for real or cereal.
I think it's C for real, like collab for real.
Right, exactly. Do you know much about this server? And actually, I should ask, how did you actually come up with the list of servers that you ended up contacting?
So I started off with servers that I was already in, and then as I went along, people said, "Hey, you should get that server. You should get this server," and I think I went to like 50 servers or something. And
wow.
And these are the 16 that stuck.
Wow.
So I guess Atticus can't really talk right now, so on behalf of him, C4 is the other server that was kind of thrown together. They're made up of people from servers that didn't say yes to the competition, but people still wanted to compete. So they're a very small server that kind of got thrown together, and many of their members got sick or they got busy. So pulling everything together was a real, effort.
So this was like like this server didn't exist before. This server kind of came together just for this.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. Do you know how many were in there?
I think there were 10 or 12 people in the server total, but I think 4 ended up on the EP, if I'm not mistaken. MJ, correct me if I'm
let's fire it
wrong.
up.
All right, so this is C for real. Oh, okay, 8 in the server.
Sounds like 8 in. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, well, this is our last EP of the festival.
Yeah, huge shout out to everybody here. Thank you to Ben for co-hosting it with me today.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
So yeah, we'll talk more after the EP.
Blow it up, C4, we're coming in like an uppercut. Crack your jaw, attack your chin, make her run amok. Them they shook, we back again, we the number one. Catch the check, we catch a win. I said blow it up, C4, we're coming in like an uppercut. Crack your jaw, attack your chin, make her run amok. Them they shook, we back again, we the number one. Catch the check, we catch a win. Tell them that they need to step it up if they want this. None of us really messing with that fuck shit. It's a coupe when they see us at a function. And you're my coupe, always smelling like some funk shit. Tell your girl thanks for that. She got them bun sticks. 0 to 100, then she make a fella come quick. She shining bright when I go down like the sunset. And then I bring it up cause baby we ain't done yet. True vision, I be seeing 2020. Got a mission so I'm dishing out the hits, they call me Penny. Shit the harder way I'm flowing, make y'all stumble like the Henny. Catch the oop off of the glass and smash like Shaq, cause bitch I'm ready. Ain't no one in the game can really rhyme like me. I'm so hot my ice melt like the South Sweet Tea. I let my drip drop down to my Gucci sneaks. I like my women in pairs, I say love in the beach. I said blow it up, C4, we're coming in like an uppercut. Crack your jaw, attack your chin, make her run amok. Then they shook, we back again, we the number one. Catch the check, we catch a win. I said blow it up, C4, we're coming in like an uppercut. Crack your jaw, attack your chin, make her run amok. Then they shook, we back again, we the number one. Catch the check, we catch a win. When you got it, I just think you know you got it, so I gotta go and get it. Guess I'll go get out of bed. This shit trying to copy it instead. And when they're shoddy hear this, she gon' leave them all on red. When you got it, I just think you know you got it, so I gotta go and get it. Guess I'll go get out of bed. This shit is poppin', ain't nobody that can stop it. Oh, you know I keep 'em rockin' to that baseline. And when you got it, I just think you know you got it, so I gotta go and get it. Guess I'll go get out of bed. This shit is poppin', ain't nobody that can stop it. Oh, you know I keep 'em rockin' to that baseline. And woke up and I turned my swag on, that's some true shit. Send a track to team, yeah, we working on some cruise shit. Tryna live a dream, post up in a brand new cruise ship. Should be on IG, it seem everybody knew this. Guess I do believe if I speak it, then it's true shit. Guess they think it too, but I'm scared of getting loose lips. Tired of hearing who's this, tryna be in news clips. Yeah, I'm here to blow it up with C4, that's the blueprint. When you got it, I just think you know you got it, so I gotta go and get it. Guess I'll go get out of bed. This shit is poppin', ain't nobody that can stop it. Oh, you know I keep 'em rockin' to that baseline. And when you got it, I just think you know you got it, so I gotta go and get it. Guess I'll go get out of bed. This shit is poppin', ain't nobody that can stop it. Oh, you know I keep 'em rockin' to that baseline. And when you got it, I just think you know you got it, so I gotta go and get it. Guess I'll go get out of bed. This shit is poppin', ain't nobody that can stop it. Oh, you know I keep 'em rockin' to that baseline. And when you got it, I just think you know you got it, so I gotta go and get it. Guess I'll go get out of bed. This shit is poppin', ain't nobody that can stop it. Oh, you know I keep 'em rockin' to that baseline. And
dipping on some scissor, dipping on some 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 dipping on some scissor, dipping on some
talk to the girl on your left, girls go talk to the guy on your right. Then go dance, yeah, let's do this shit all night. I said go talk to the girl on your left, buy her drinks that taste real nice. Then go dance, grab her waist and hold real tight. Alright, yeah. Dance with a fella one time, looking so fine, had to make you mine. You're heading to the floor and I'm right behind. Take it to the left, then you take it to the right. I'm looking at your chest while I'm feeling on your thighs. Know that I'm the best when you see me with your eyes. Then you hear me rap and you start to fantasize. Baby, bring it back, go and take it for a ride. You know I'll do it right, you know I'll keep it fresh. Know I got the sauce, yeah, you know I make it wet. Living for tonight, we don't care about what's next. Feeling like a boss when I spend another check. Got bottles on deck, got models up next. Follow my throttle, I push it like jet. Says you wanna leave and I tell her not yet. Go and move your feet to the right, to the left. Yeah, go talk to the girl on your left. Girls go talk to the guy on your right. Then go dance, yeah, let's do this shit all night. I said go talk to the girl on your left. Buy her drinks that taste real nice. Then go dance, grab her waist and hold real tight. Alright, yeah. Made a beat like this. Say, DJ, could you go and repeat this shit? I'm watching how they dancing, how they freak to this. Yeah, I see you shy, you drop it to her knees real quick, then we got a buzz. Yeah, be like this, saying such and such. I would speak like this, you ain't up enough. Watching me peak like this, on the up and up. Yeah, I breathe this shit till I bounce. Oh, go bounce. Yeah, I love what I see in the blouse. Oh, rock out, yeah, rock out. Oh, you tell what the boy be about. Oh, I'm down and she down, so let's go make a night on the town. Oh, I found up my crown. This queen came down and she pounds. Yeah, talk to the girl on your left. Girls go talk to the guy on your right. then go dance, yeah, let's do this shit all night. I said go talk to the girl on your left, buy her drinks that taste real nice, then go dance, grab her waist and hold real tight. Alright, yeah, talk to the girl on your left, girls go talk to the guy on your right, then go dance, yeah, let's do this shit all night. I said go talk to the girl on your left, buy her drinks that taste real nice, then go dance, grab her waist and hold real tight. Alright, yeah, talk to the girl on your left, girls go talk to the guy on your right, then go dance,
All night, I said go talk to the girl on your left, buy her drinks that taste real nice, then go dance,
Oh, they rock with the shit. Call me about boy, I pop with a hiss, right? Oh, they flock to the kid. Trying to get a feel when they copping a pig, right? Pass like Stockton to him. Catch it at the rim and I'm dropping it in like. If I take a shot, then it's in. Know that I'm a blessing like I'm dropping the sins, right? Running up a check like Usain. Got a mask on, but I feel like Bruce Wayne. Invite me to your party, but I feel it should be too lame. I don't ride away, unless a green light too lame. I'ma be some ass like Luke Cage. Smoking on the grass, got me thinking I confuse space. Got them going up on a Tuesday. They ain't coming down, rocking me in like 2 days. Step the wrong way, get a who day. Think you need a burrow unless you wanna cop a new fate. You don't wanna mix it with the mission that the crew made. You can watch it all up on the screen like a Blu-ray. Trying to get in first, yeah, you're too late. I've been having fans since before I was in 3rd grade. Popping on the gram, keeping fresher than some new J's. Yeah, I've been the man, sling the wood like Blue Jays. Oh, they rock with the shit. Call me about boy, I pop with a hiss, right? Oh, they flock to the kid. Trying to get a feel when they copping a pig, right? Pass like Stockton to him. Catch it at the rim and I'm dropping it in like. If I take a shot, then it's in. Know that I'm a blessing like I'm dropping the sins, right? I like to think in the measurables. How many hits does it take to go federal? Moving a lick till it racks up some decimals. Smoking a stick like a doc-ass medical. I got prescriptions and none of them edible. I got the vision, they call me the general. Told y'all to listen, my shit is incredible. Now you can't miss it, it sits on a pedestal. Somewhere between both my college degrees and the trophies I got ballin' in Little League. I got the sauce and in Italy. My lady sounding like some fettuccine. She call me father, but she ain't my daughter. I stroke her from deep, but she tell me no father. She told me I killed her, make Kitty a martyr. I said she prays a lot for someone deceased. Oh, they rock with the shit. Call me about boy, I pop with a hiss, right? Oh, they flock to the kid. Trying to get a feel when they copping a pig, right? Pass like Stockton to him. Catch it at the rim and I'm dropping it in like. If I take a shot, then it's in. Know that I'm a blessing like I'm dropping the sins, right?
All right, that wraps up the last EP.
Server that literally didn't exist before this challenge.
Yeah, that was an amazing work.
That was super cool. So NMJ 87 was part of that server. They don't have anyone who can be online right now, but she did have some notes. Let's see, what the vocalist is Atticus. And she said Atticus kind of drove a lot of the production work and stuff. They had Matt Black on guitar. Oh, Matt Black guitar, aka Daryl, and a fella named Dandy, which I'm sure the name is Dandy, but I really like a fella named Dandy better.
She goes on to say she was
that
sick.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. So shoot, I think. Well, did you have any other stuff that you kind of wanted to follow up on?
Not really. I guess just shout outs, huh?
Yeah, totally.
So shout out Moon General first of all. He kind of brought in a lot of people from the Kenny Beats Discord, and he kind of gave the Zoophiliacs, C4, and the Outcasts kind of a new life. Just 30 hours before the deadline. So thank you, Moon, for saving this competition, I guess.
30 hours is insane.
For sure. And really, thank you to everybody who competed. Thank you to all the server reps. Thank you to everyone who's there April 10th, helping us write the rules. Thank you to everyone here watching the stream right now. It was almost, what, 6 hours to stream over 2 days?
Yeah, 3 hours yesterday, 3 hours today.
Insane.
That is a ton of EPs that are in the world now that weren't in the world literally a month ago.
For sure. Next time, 10-day stream, yeah?
Yeah, there you go. Well, thank you for putting this together. This was really awesome. I hope you do a whole bunch more of this.
Thank you. Yeah, we're planning on doing a few more this year. But so I'm gonna say on that.
Secrets.
I know a lot of people have been asking about voting. I'll make an announcement in the server, but the poll that's been going around in chat isn't the real voting. There's going to be an official voting poll that'll go out to just the leaders, and every server will get 3 votes, as previously discussed.
Right. So the poll that's kind of going around is really the popular vote, we'll say.
Yeah.
Nice.
All
Well,
right.
shoot. I think we said we're on Twitch, and there's a ton of great musicians on Twitch who stream live like every day. Like at any given moment, you can find like a dozen people like making music live, more really. So I think we were gonna raid another musician here on Twitch.
Yeah. So everybody get ready. We're about to raid Merry Go Music. Thank you to everyone who made it out here. Thank you, Ben, for emceeing one more time. Thank you to all the leaders who led the projects. And we're gone. It didn't go through, did it?
No, it totally went through. It's happening.
Did it? All right. I'm just gonna close our stream, I guess. Thank you to everyone still watching.
Well, we got to give it a sec to let the raid go through. I think.
Okay.
It might break it. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
It's almost there though. It's counting down. I think there's a button. Look, y'all get behind the scenes. I think there's a button if you're looking at the stream on Twitch itself.
I'm on the phone, so maybe not.
Yeah, there might not be. It'll probably be like 10 more seconds.
Okay.
In which case, we just kind of making some noise, filler. We're gonna fill in while we wait.
Oh,
yeah, right.
There you go.
I hope you guys really like Marigo. She is an amazing producer and super awesome entertainer too. She's local as well, so I've met her, done some shows, like seen some shows. Love it.
All right.
Give her all the love, guys.
Okay, everybody, we're spamming, or we're about to raid in 3, 2, 1.